Yo, welcome back to Strictly Collections, where I'm gonna be traveling across the world to show you guys some of the best collections of all time. Today we're in Florida, where we're gonna be meeting my boy Zach. If you guys recall, I featured him in my Jump Festa video because he was a key piece in helping me acquire that card. And I figured I'd show you guys the collection. We'd meet for the first time. I've been talking to him for like 4 or 5 years, like since like 2018, 2019. Me and him have history, but this is our first time meeting. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, what's going on?
What's up, Omar?
So this is Zach, the man, the legend right here. So before we get into the collection, I want to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
How long have you been collecting?
So I've been collecting Yu-Gi-Oh for about, well, I mean, since I was a kid. I opened up LOB, Metal Raiders, Magic Ruler, just when, after watching the shows.
Yeah.
And I love the show so much, I just wanted to have every card in the show. The first pack I opened, I remember pulling a Spellbinding Circle. It was
Magic
like one of
first
the,
edition?
yeah.
Oh,
it was like
sure.
one of the best feelings I ever had.
Yeah.
And then I just got caught in the wheel and just kept going. So, you know, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! It's definitely my roots. Before that, I was collecting Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I started out with base set, and then if I got good grades on my report cards, or if I did good in baseball practice, or if I scored a home run or scored over 10 points in basketball, I would get a pack and then open it and then just, you know, hopefully get a Charizard.
Yeah. So did you take any breaks in between like that initial phase of
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
well, I started out collecting Pokemon, and I loved it so much. And then once you, I went to basketball practice one time because I played travel team basketball, and my buddies were sitting at the one of the cafeterias in the gym we were at, and they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, oh, what the heck is that? And I remember them having Metal Raiders cards.
Yeah.
They had the Pumpkin King of Ghosts,
oh,
and the dude summoned skulls before all the tribute stuff.
Yeah.
So you would just straight up lay him out. Yeah, and then it was so weird to me, but I was so intrigued.
Yeah.
And the Pokemon game, I never really got into it. Like I mostly just collected it for like trying to play competitively or anything like that. It never crossed my mind.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, and I got into that when I was probably about like 6, 7 years old.
Interesting. And then in that time, did you continue like all the way up until recently, or was there a moment where like, because for me, like I put the cards down when I was like maybe grade 11?
No. When I started really getting into basketball around 11 to 15.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. I didn't really have too many other hobbies besides going to school. It was pretty much wake up, go to school, go to basketball practice, come home, and then play basketball late at night if I wanted to, or go to scrimmages with certain friends or whatever, go to local parks and hang out and shoot hoops.
Yeah.
But then when I got out of basketball when I was 15 and I started skateboarding, because I saw a movie, I saw like Lords of Dogtown, and it was like, it blew my mind. And right when I got into skateboarding, I called my uncle because my uncle's a big skateboarder. And so like kept skating for like 4 to 5 years continuously. And then I ended up hurting my wrist, so I put it down, and then once I hurt my wrist, I got back into collecting because I started
So what age would you say that was, like 19, 20?
Yeah, like probably 20, 21.
Interesting.
Yeah, but after all the high school stuff and then going to college and all that, and then I just started looking at some random eBay listings and just got hooked into it.
So that means you were around, you know, like that $1,000 PSA 10 Charizard prices, right? Like at that time?
Maybe a little after it.
A little after that.
Yeah,
right?
I was probably when it was probably 15K.
15,000 for PSA 10.
Yeah, for
Imagine
PSA 10
that.
first day.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it was nuts. And then LOB Blue Eyes was like 2K.
Wow.
Yeah, but DDS was worth more at the time.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember DDS was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually the most expensive, like, not prize card Yu-Gi-Oh!
It was
card.
at that time. It was more expensive than most prize cards.
I remember that card being like $300 when like LOB Blue Eyes was like $30. Like that's how crazy DDS was. Like that's crazy.
DDS was the card to collect then.
It was, yeah.
And everybody wanted it.
Yeah.
But then when people started realizing the rarity of certain other cards,
it
just plummeted.
Makes sense. Amazing, man. All right, so that's enough like interviewing, that's enough talk. Let's get into the collection because you guys are about to be mind blown.
The first thing I'm going to dive into is the Play Promo Umbreon PSA 9. So this card is a pop 36 in PSA and pop 7 in BGS. I just recently had a BGS 9 and cracked it because I think it can get the PSA 9. So I took the risk on it. Yeah, this is a super rare card, only 50 copies supposedly in circuit, but there's probably some that got backdoored or whatever. But yeah, this is definitely a top card, right under probably top 5 Pokemon lore wise. And like, yeah, just a must have to get.
Interesting, interesting. So with this one, would you say that that's the best Umbreon to get?
I would say this is the top, this is the rarest copy Umbreon out there. There's no other one. There's the Daisuke 7200 one, but I don't think the art is nearly as cool. This also is in Gold Star, it's unhollow, but the hollow version just makes it look way different and just adds so much character to it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, this thing pops like crazy. The hollow,
yeah, it's got a swirl right here. The hollow's nuts. Yeah, I love it.
No, this is great. And I really like the gray border. It looks way better than the yellow one.
Yeah, 100%. Some of the Japanese cards, people hate on them, but I don't. I prefer them.
Interesting. I'm the same way. I like Japanese too.
Yeah, Japanese they're way better quality than most American print cards. All right, so another big one is this Gold Star Torchic.
Oh,
PSA 10.
This is crazy.
So this is like pop 17. And in BGS 9.5s, I'm not sure, but it's probably like in the 40s, 50s or something, maybe higher. But yeah, this is like a go-to card. This specific copy is super clean.
Yeah, as you'll, this EX Team Rocket.
Yeah, it comes with like a lot of whitening on the corners, whitening on the borders, everything. But this certain copy is flawless. It was graded by a guy named Pallet Town Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he graded it and it's gemmed. So yeah, perfect copy. More stuff we can talk about is this Daisuke scroll.
Oh, I know this one. This is what's it called? One of those Daisuke Club promo.
Yeah, exactly. Right? The same what I was talking about earlier with the Umbreon Espeon. They are 7200. This is the top one to get. It's 8600. The PSA pop report on it, the 10 is like in the 20s maybe. Something like that. In a 9, it goes for like 13 to 15K. And a PSA 10, it goes for like maybe 40 to 50.
What's the Umbreon go for, by the way? Like, I forgot.
Oh, the Umbreon price goes for around 70 to 80K.
70 to 80,000.
Yeah, I had to trade big time for that card.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you end up trading?
I traded the Snap Poliwag PSA 7. Jeez. I priced it around 35K.
Okay.
I traded my BGS 9.5 Charizard Min Gym.
Wow.
And I traded my Fan Club Eevee PSA 10 and also a PSA 10 Neo Discovery Umbreon.
Jeez.
Yeah. So plus 20K on top.
Plus 20K.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So the value equaled around like 75, 78K.
70.
But I knew this card was like, there's only 50. I know Snap Poliwag, there's only 20.
Yeah.
But I think this has more like to it. Yeah.
What about the Torchic? What's the Torchic go for?
The Torchic ranges around 30 to 40K. Yeah.
That's a card that I actually do want to pick up. I want the Trio as well as the Rayquaza, Latios, and Latios.
Yeah, I mean, if one comes up and it's clean,
yeah.
I mean, maybe give it a shot. Just throw a best offer out there, you know. But
I definitely got
they're super rare for sure.
And people hunt them, right? Because everybody hunts Gold Stars.
Yeah.
So
they're most like in collections because there's only 1710s. Yeah. So and there's a lot of set collectors
and there's like fake 10s too, like the weak
there's weak 10s. And it's like, once I see a weak 10, it turns me off of it automatically.
I agree.
Like, I have no interest in weak 10s at all.
Yeah.
If anything in my collection's a 10 and it's weak, I sell it or trade it.
I know you because you have that like pickiness and you like to collect like the actual card, not the grade.
Yeah, so for sure. I collect the grade or the card 100%.
All right, what else you got?
Let's see here. So here I have the Japanese phone cards, ranging from 9 to 10.
Wow, look at that.
And these I collected a while ago. Probably because I re-enter the hobby like every couple months.
Yeah.
Just to get reacclimated and see what's going on and if my price has shot up.
Yeah. And what's something like this go for?
So something like that will go for around 8 to 12K.
8 to 12K.
And same with the Moltres. It's basically same value, 8 to 12K.
And what about the 10? The
10 Articuno, this is the big piece out of all three of these. This artwork I would say is the most preferred. This one goes for like 18K PSA 10.
80K, and I think it's because it's unique, right? Like
Yeah,
these
it's
ones
super unique.
we've
These
seen,
these
this
were
one's-
sort of redone in a way.
Yeah, I've seen both of these. This one I've never seen.
Like
actually.
this looks like the Rocket Moltres.
Yeah.
And this one, I forget what, but I've seen it before.
Yeah, this one I actually have never seen. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, I love that. The background is like, I've never seen that color pattern or whatever.
No, this is really, really nice for sure.
All right, so next I have the Trio Evolutions. These were way easier to get than the Umbreon and Espeon, but these were definitely unique. I prefer these over the Gold Stars. Some people prefer the Gold Stars. I mean, however you go at it. My favorite would probably be out of these three, Vaporeon. I think Vaporeon is a really cool Pokemon, and I like water types. All right, so this one goes for like maybe 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, and this one goes for probably like 1,500 to 2K, and this one is the third rarest out of the Evolutions, and this goes for like 6K.
6K.
Yeah.
Wow. And then you have the Umbreon, which is, I'm guessing, the max price.
Yeah, that's the max rarity evolution.
And then is there an Espeon in here?
Yes, I have also the PSA 9 Espeon, which is the second highest rarity.
Look at this, guys. This is a crazy set. The thing that's nice about these I like is that in the TCG, they messed it up because they didn't make these hollows. They made them commons. You know what I mean? And here you have like the full set, and not only that,
straight Japanese exclusive.
Amazing.
For the hollows on these two.
And you don't even get, what's it called, like the yellow border. You get that nice gray. It looks like a piece of art, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
What's the price on the Espeon?
The Espeon, I would say it's around 20 to 25K.
20 to 25.
Yeah.
Wow. Is there 10s of these or no?
Yes. So there's the 10 of the Umbreon goes for around 120 to 140. Yeah.
Wow.
It goes for a lot of money. And so I mean, like I traded crazy for the 9.
Yeah.
So but yeah, and the 10 in the Espeon goes for like 40 to 50K.
40, 50.
But a year ago, you could get both of them at half the price for a 10.
Really? So they really shot up?
They really shot up big time.
Wow.
Especially Umbreon.
Yeah, no, these cards are incredible, man. Like, check this out, guys. Look at the pop on this. I would definitely say I like the Espeon. I think the Espeon is the one that kind of like stands out as a shiny the most, if that makes sense. Like, it's like the most unique. This one, I know this one has yellow like stripes, but the green Espeon is like, I really like the way it looks with the purple.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
This is incredible, man. Beautiful set.
I'm gonna have to go with the definitely unoriginal answer and go with that Umbreon. Yeah.
I mean, I would too if I paid as much as you did. That's crazy. Incredible. All right, what's next? Show me what's next. What you got next?
So what I have next is we'll continue with Pokemon. I have a PSA 8 Charizard Shadowless and a PSA 6 Legendary Collection Charizard.
Bro, this guy.
That's from going the big cards to some of the medium.
No,
this is a big stretch.
This is still like, these are still like $1,000 card, man.
Yeah, it's still. This is like 1,900. This is like 1,000.
Yeah, but
yeah.
That's
PSA
crazy.
6. I love the foiling on this.
Yeah, no, this is really special.
I love it, but I've tried to open up, buy random LC packs online just to see if I can pull it, and never have. It's crazy hard to pull.
The original Shadowless, beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
I guess you can see there's definitely a theme going on here, where I like collecting the 3 of Gen 1, Gen 2 Pokemon, Evolutions, the birds, and the dogs.
Jeez.
So the cats, the dogs, and the birds.
Incredible. No, this is definitely one of my favorites, man. Like, this thing is so majestic.
Yeah, it looks like he should be on a throne.
And the Raikou too. And you know what's unique about these is that these artworks are all original to the TCG.
Yeah.
It's not like you'll find these in like the, you know, like how you find them in the Pokédex books or anything like that. You're not gonna find these. These are completely original.
Yeah, Neo Rev is, I would say, is my favorite Neo set, and it's the lowest pop of most of the cards.
It's the same for me, man. Like, I really love these. I love the Gyarados, the Magikarp.
Yeah.
What are these go for?
Great set.
Let me ask you.
Probably like 5 to 7K each.
5 to 7K.
Maybe even more, but I would say like 5 to 7K each.
5 to 7K.
Yeah.
This is incredible, man. What's your favorite?
My favorite, I would say, is the Suicune, which most people would probably say is their favorite.
Yeah.
Suicune is a fan favorite for sure.
Yeah, it's because it's in the movie, right?
It's in the movie. It's in Pokemon Crystal. It's like the main mascot.
Yeah.
So people just love it.
Yeah, I definitely choose the Entei though. That's crazy.
The Entei artwork, I would say, is the best.
Yeah.
But my favorite overall is Suicune.
Interesting. All right. Speaking of Magikarp, I see a Magikarp right here.
Yeah.
What is that? Like,
So this is, some people would say the Tamamushi Magikarp is more of a rare piece. I would say this is more rare and desirable.
Okay.
The Tamamushi Magikarp ends up popping up out of nowhere a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it just like throws me off. There's a decent amount, but I'd say this is more desirable. The difference between this one with the Japanese one and the American one is the Magikarp, as you can see, is more yellow, which I feel like has a more undesirable look, but it's however you prefer. But this one has more of a shiny golden look.
Yeah.
And I think it's phenomenal, and I prefer
really like
this.
this,
I had a lot of the Neo Rev Magikarp PSA 10 first.
Yeah.
And I sold them because I just didn't like the way the yellow looked on them, so I was looking for a fan club
This
one.
actually looks gold.
Yeah, it's gold.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Yeah, it's superb, and I prefer it over the Tamamushi specifically.
This is beautiful for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this one is the Black Star Venusaur PSA 10. One just recently graded. It's a 7 cert. I saw it recently sell on eBay, but
what did it sell for?
It sold for $25K, but best offer.
Best offer for them.
Yeah.
So you could probably assume like over 20.
Oh, probably over 20.
Yeah.
But it was scratched up. There was stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it had tweaks all over it. It didn't look right.
This is arguably one of the hardest VALT cards.
This is one of the hardest. This and a 10, all the 10s of this probably have some form of defect. Yeah, of defect. Yeah. So this is probably one of the cleanest 9s I would say out there.
Yeah. This is not even a 9. It's a
but
10.
It's a 10, but they're all like sort of 9ish.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Wow. This is craziness. Yeah. This is arguably one of the best Venusaur artworks in my opinion. Like,
yeah, it's pop 7, very hard to get. Most people who have them aren't selling or trading them.
No, this is really beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Like this one and Erica's Venusaur.
Oh yeah, I can show you that one really fast.
Oh yeah, you have that?
I have that also in a BGS 10.
A BGS 10, not even a PSA 10.
No, BGS 10, pop 2.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, this is true BGS 10, 100%. I prefer this artwork, and this artwork's completely over the base set art. The base set art, I don't have a tone to it. I really don't care about it.
These, I think it's because they're drawn by Ken Sugimori.
Yeah, Ken Sugimori is my favorite artist by far.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's so good.
Wow, this is crazy. What's the BGS 10? Something like this go for?
That goes for like 7K.
7K?
I'm gonna put it high.
Yeah, 7K. I mean, you can. It's like 2 of them.
Yeah, so. they're very speculative cards.
Beautiful. Holy
yeah, I have a BGS 10 Arcanine.
Jeez, holy smokes. Yeah. This is also one of my favorite artworks.
Yeah, that's a good art.
This is gorgeous.
That and the Neo Destiny art are probably the best I've seen.
Yeah.
The Neo Destiny, it's very odd looking, but it works. It's still used in competitive Pokemon till today.
Really?
Yeah, in doubles.
Amazing.
A lot of it always ends up finding its way in the meta for some reason.
Beautiful card, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Now, we're probably going to go into Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, so I'm going to start out with a crazy one.
A crazy one.
PSA 9 Crush Card Virus.
Jeez, holy smokes.
And here's another one if that's not
another one.
BGS 9.
This guy's like another one.
Yeah, Crush Card Hoarder.
DJ Khaled right here.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, man. This is my #1 favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card. By far.
This is your favorite, yeah?
Favorite.
I mean, this card really hits on all cylinders. This is an anime card.
Just anime, looks cool.
And it was super competitive.
Yeah.
And it's a prize card. Like, this has everything going for it. Amazing card.
Big time.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. There is the rarest of the rare, which are the world prize cards and the 1 of 2s and the 1 of 6s. But for many produced
in the
prize
50s,
cards, in the 50s, this is by far my favorite.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, man. This is a really and like I like the way that the virus is like purple, just like the card.
Yeah. And it's like it has the Japanese tone to it, which adds some flavor. And the background, how it's just like orange, red, and yellow. Yeah. It just flows so well to me.
This is just really, really.
It's just the most nostalgic card ever for me, for sure.
Holy smokes! Now this is really nice.
Yeah.
Now what are these going for?
So this one, the market dropped a lot because of everything. Yeah. But the BGS 9, I would say, goes for 25K, and the PSA 9 goes for 30K.
30. Yeah. It's not bad at all, to be honest.
Yeah. And I'm not selling, so. Yeah. I wouldn't even take those offers.
Nah.
Next is the BGS 10 Minerva. I had to pull that one out. I got this card a while ago in like 2017. The guy who had it in its case. It looked like never played before. Looked pristine. So I bought it. I just stored it away. And then I texted Omar because I had been and talked to him because he grades cards all the time. I said, hey man, I had this Minerva YCS Ultra. Before it was hot, before like anybody cared about the waifus or anything. I was like, hey man, I really like this card. Can you grade it for me? He was like, yeah, sure. He gets it in and he's like, wow, man, this is like BGS 10 worthy. I was like, oh shit, really? And then he was like, yeah, man, you should definitely send it to BGS, not PSA, because I sent him a PSA sub.
Yeah.
So he sends it to BGS.
This is crazy.
And it got the 10.
This is arguably like a pinnacle in your collection, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I will never get rid of this card. I've had 100K offer on it. But this was during the hype.
When you grade your own though, like that's the difference.
Yeah, it feels way better. It feels more special. Yeah.
Incredible.
Like I snuggle up with this at night.
This is beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Amazing. This one deserves a stand up right here. Alright, what's next?
Chinese blue eyes.
Oh shit, you have a Chinese blue eyes?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's probably 1,000 copies made.
Yeah.
A lot. It was during 1999. It was the Shonen Jump promo that came in the magazine in 1999 in China. And then so many kids played with them. Mm-hmm. There's probably some raw copies that are just messed up, dented, bent, rough.
I've seen some myself. To be honest with you,
And then so I found this for a while ago for like $1,000 raw.
Jeez, $1,000. Imagine that. That's how long this guy's been collecting. Yeah. This is like arguably raw, like 10K, you could say, probably. Like in a nice near mint copy, I'd probably say it's like around 8 to 10K. So the fact, like this guy 8x'd on this is like a beautiful.
I mean, I've been collecting forever, man. So
this is amazing, man.
All right, next I'm gonna go with the Gold Sark PSA 8. So this is the Shonen Jump Gold Sark. Mm-hmm. I would say this is one of the least printed Shonen Jump cards.
Definitely, for sure. I think this one is...
this one, Shrink, and Crush Card, I would say are the least printed.
Correct.
Darkened Dragon is the most printed, by far.
Yeah, that one and Stein.
And Stein. Well, they were both kind of given out randomly on certain days as like promos.
Yeah. No, this is beautiful, man. And this is also playable.
Yes, it is a playable card. It was playable about 3 to 4 years ago. A lot of people were using it. They would banish it. I forget which cards, but it was definitely meta relevant at many times.
And this one, I remember I graded this one for you. The only thing wrong with it was the centering, and it got an 8.
Yeah.
This is beautiful, though. Amazing card, man.
So next is one of my personal favorites.
Oh, yeah. This one I graded for you as well.
Yep, you did grade that for me. This is during the time where we went on a mass opening spree.
Yeah.
And
this dude.
You're like, hey man, I'll give you a hookup. And you're like, fuck it, I feel like opening packs. And so we ended up opening this. And they got this. And you were like, oh my God, bro, this is super clean. I was like, send that shit express right now.
And he called it too. I remember I was like, bro, like what card are you trying to get from
Chimera Tech, only one. Dark Neos is in the set, but I want Chimera Tech the most.
Yeah, this card is beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's a true 10, 100%. I think it's a BGS 10, honestly.
Yeah, this is a pack fresh card.
Yeah,
this was one of the most beautiful copies I've seen.
Yeah, a stunner.
Yeah.
I prefer this almost over Cyber-End, but Cyber-End is definitely my favorite.
This is beautiful though, man. Huge, amazing, man. This is like what, $3,000 to $4,000?
Yeah, around 4K. Yeah, if you can find it, nobody's selling.
Yeah, it's definitely a low pop for sure.
Yeah, super low pop. This one, TP8 Harpies Feather Duster.
Jeez.
So this artwork is very nostalgic. People love it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't print it in any of the OG sets. I guess they just saved it for tournament pack. And it was always a very OP card. Like being able to sweep, it was like a heavy storm, but just on your opponent's side of the field. And this was such a chase card. TP8 was a crazy set. Everybody wanted some of the TP8 cards.
And TP8 is one of the most short printed, actually.
Short printed, really?
Yeah. It's like TP2 level of rarity.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's very, very hard to get. And not only that, this recently sold in PSA 9 for $900.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
Imagine a PSA 10 what this would go for. This is a beautiful card, man.
Put it up for auction.
Yeah, it has really nice colors.
Yeah, it does.
Amazing.
So next is a PSA 10 Dark Magician.
PSA 10 Dark
LOB.
Magician. And this is a wavy copy, right?
Yes, wavy.
Amazing.
That's a true 10, 100%. The colors on that pop out at you. I prefer this art, honestly, over the SDY. The SDY is it's your type. You like the majestic look.
Yes.
This is you also like this kind of look, the portrait, but I prefer this art for sure.
I actually recently sold one of these for $15,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this card is one of those few cards that's actually holding very strong since the draw. You know
that's
what I mean?
crazy.
And slower name. So you can
it's lower name. Most of the ways you can tell a card is wavy is lower name.
Yeah.
They're not all like that, but most of them I would say.
But this one is super clean. I
Super
remember
clean,
this.
true 10. So next is a PSA 9 Dark Magician Girl signed by yours truly, Erica Schroeder, the voice actor of Dark Magician Girl in the anime.
Jeez.
Yeah. Not a 10, but it's clean.
Who cares, bro? This is a beautiful card.
Yeah.
This is one of the most beautiful cards in the game, in my opinion. Not even just because it's
this is your favorite, bro. This is your
I
girl.
love this card. I like the fact that it was a secret. I think the fact that it's an OG secret and it's so important to the show.
And MSC First is known as the most short printed OG
set.
Yu-Gi-Oh set.
No, this is amazing, man.
Thank you. And I love the gold lettering that she
chose. It's really nice. Incredible. I mean, this regularly goes for like $2K for a PSA 9 signed.
Yeah.
You can add at least like $200-300.
15 to 2, I would say.
Amazing.
But you could probably add like 500
for that.
But she signs a lot. She goes to all the collected cons and signs. So there's probably a lot of her signatures floating around.
Still.
Unlike Kensugi Mori.
Unlike Kensugi Mori.
Yeah, dude, he's wild.
Alright.
So Exodia had LOB first.
This is like 4K?
Yeah, this is a glossy copy. I prefer on this card glossy.
I agree with you. I think Exodia pieces
gives it a good shine.
Yeah, they shine much better.
It aesthetically looks better to me.
Yeah.
But I remember this is one of the few cards I remember pulling as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember the name was lowered. I pulled a wavy.
Yeah.
And I thought something was wrong with it, so I ended up just like trading it away. But I regret that. But my binder ended up getting fumbled and lost and moving and storage and all that. So, you know, it doesn't really matter.
Happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man.
All right, next is Inferno Fire Blast, Soul of the Duelist.
Jeez. Okay, this card.
That's super low pop.
People don't know how hard this card is to find.
Yeah, it's super hard.
This card.
It always has waxing on the back. Always has problems on the corners.
And this is a clean copy.
Yeah,
man.
it's
this
super
is
clean.
So nice. People don't know how rare this card is, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't even pop up raw.
Very nostalgic looking card. The fireball just looks
insane. Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful card.
Amazing card. All right.
Here's a random card for you.
Random card, bro. This is crazy.
This is one of the first YCSs. I think it was the first YCS after WCPS. It was during a very tragic time in Japan. It was during the tsunami, and so there were very less printed of these because of all the stuff. Yeah. And if you can find this, at the PSA 10 on this is like, I would say 8 to 10K, but I could speculate and be like 15 if I really wanted to. But the Ultra is impossible to find.
Yeah, the Ultra is crazy.
Yeah.
I spoke to the owner actually of
the
Ultra that's sealed.
Yeah.
And he got offered $225,000.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, because it's first place,
Yeah.
This is still crazy. I mean, if you want to own this card, this is the only thing you can...
I bought this for $900 like 5 years ago. I randomly got an itch to check prize cards and looked up this one.
I think you graded this one, right?
I did, with you,
Yeah, you graded this with me. Amazing.
TP1 Mechanical Chaser, ultra rare.
And is this one? Oh, this is not the stained one. This is faded though.
This is faded. The stained one looked a little weird.
Yeah, the stain one
I got
sent to me,
tired of
actually,
it. Yeah, I got tired of the stain one.
What's this go for, like 5K now, 6K?
Yeah, 5-6K I would say. Yeah, this is a Bandit Keith card.
Yeah.
People remember it in the second season.
And it's faded too. That's so hard to come by.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Amazing, man.
PSA 10 BMG Unlimited.
The only unlimited card that's never been reprinted.
Yep.
Amazing, man. Incredible.
Ended up buying a box of MFC Unlimited a while ago.
You graded this with me too, I think.
Yeah, I did.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, and pulled that. Got lucky and graded through you.
Yeah. This is amazing, man.
All right, so right here is a sample Dragon's On.
So what's special about this one is that PSA doesn't even grade these anymore. There's only like 3 of these cards that have been graded sample. This one, the Man-Eater Bug, and then there's one more card, I forgot what it is, but none others have ever been graded. And they refuse to grade anything after like what has already been graded. So like, this is like pretty much like one of a kind. And I don't think, unless we get like some Konami statement or something about like where these cards come from, their origins, etc. Like PSA will not grade until we get that. Very unlikely that we'll ever see these come up in the pop report. This is like kind of insane, man. Like this is beautiful, man. Huge congrats.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I got it through you.
Yeah, you did. You did, yeah. This one.
So that's funny how that works. Here's a Black Label Unlimited misprint Gaida Dragon Champion.
Black Label?
Yeah, Black Label.
Holy smoke.
Very scarce amount of Black Labels at all in OG Yu-Gi-Oh!
This is crazy. Wow. Such a stunning card. What do you value something like this?
Pick your price. I don't. Yeah, it's whatever I want to sell it at. Like I may sell it for $1 million one of these days.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah. Cyber and Dragon Ultimate Rare, true gem.
Wow.
Graded this myself, pulled it.
Yeah, you pulled
with
this. I
my guy
this.
on the other line.
Yeah, this dude.
I went out and bought.
He's like, yo, I'm looking for a Cyber End. Let me try and pull one. Yeah. He actually had a box. I was like, all right, call me when you decide to open your box. And then he calls me on this. And on that night, he opened this, and you also pulled the Majestic Star Dragon. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
On the same night, this guy opened that, and we were like, no way.
Yeah.
They put this on the same damn night. That's insane. Amazing, bro.
This is for sure my second favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Besides Crush Card.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Just the pop, the how you can OTK in one turn, and the OG style with Power Bond. I don't have Power Bond, but yeah, I got CRV. I love it. I love Cyber Ultimate. So
totally understand, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, Zach. Thank you so much for sharing this incredible collection with us and the viewers. Do you have any final thoughts, man?
Nah, that's about it. Yeah.
All right, guys. I hope this inspires you guys to start collecting, be it slabs, raw cards. You guys know I love collecting in general. So hopefully this was like, lit some sort of fire under your seat so that you guys go out and get your own cards, man. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Peace.
Peace.
All right, there you go. Appreciate it.
Was that acid?